An old farmer had a car accident. In court, the trucking company's lawyer was questioning the farmer. The lawyer asked, "Didn't you say, 'I'm fine,' just after the accident?" The farmer replied, "Well, I'll tell you what happened. I had just loaded my favorite mule, Bessie, into the..." The lawyer interrupted. "I did not ask you for any details. Just answer the question, please. Did you not say 'I'm fine' at the scene of the accident?" The farmer responded, "Well, I had just got Bessie into the trailer and I was driving down the road." The lawyer interrupted again and said, "Judge, I'm trying to establish the fact that, at the scene of the accident, this man told the highway patrolman on the scene that he was just fine. Now, several weeks after the accident, he is trying to sue my client. I believe he is a fraud. Please tell him to simply answer the question." By this time, the judge was fairly interested in the farmer's answer and said to the lawyer, "I'd like to hear what he has to say about his favorite mule, Bessie." The farmer thanked the judge, then proceeded. "Well, as I was saying, I had just loaded Bessie, my favorite mule, into the trailer and was driving down the highway when this huge semi-truck ran the stop sign and smacked my truck right in the side. I was thrown into one ditch and Bessie was thrown into the other. I was hurting real bad and didn't want to move. However, I could hear old Bessie moaning and groaning. I knew she was in terrible shape just by her groans. When the highway patrolman came on the scene, he could hear Bessie moaning and groaning, so he went over to her. After he looked at her and saw her near fatal condition, he took out his gun and shot her between the eyes. Then the patrolman came across the road, gun still in hand, looked at me and asked how I was feeling. So I told him, "I'm fine." A lawyer was sitting next to a blonde during a long flight across the Atlantic Ocean. The lawyer soon became bored, so he decided to place a bet with the blonde. He told her that if he could not get one of her questions right, then he would give her $500. However, if the blonde could not answer the lawyer's question correctly, then she would just give him $5. The lawyer asked, "What is the third planet from the sun?" The blonde didn't have a clue, so she handed him $5. The blonde asked, "What goes up a hill with 3 legs but comes down the hill with 4 legs?" The lawyer looked puzzled but tried to check for an answer on his laptop. He eventually gave up and handed the $500 to the blonde. When he asked what the answer was, the blonde gave him back $5.